Welcome to the channel. In this video I'm going to be playing a game of Unmatched Adventures, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles from Restoration Games. As you can see, I've got the board set up in front of me and I'm going to be two-handing this as Raphael and Donatello versus Shredder, and I randomly chose two henchmen to play against, and we've got Slash and Leatherhead. I've got Slash's deck here, Leatherhead's deck here, and Shredder's deck over here with a little pot of foot soldiers which will come out to support Shredder. As part of the setup rules, with Slash you remove his 5 Fury cards, put them aside, so I'm just going to put them down here, and they'll get added into his deck as the game progresses. I've shuffled the borough tiles and I've laid them here, and the first one is Queens. That means Queens is going to be the first borough under attack. That means we take these two foot soldier tokens, they're double-sided, orange on one side, purple on the other, and we put 2 of them into Queens. You can put them on any of these little foot soldier locations we like. So I will randomly choose this one and this one. So as I'm playing with Raphael, he is paired with Casey Jones, and Casey Jones I have placed on this tile here. Casey Jones is a ranged character, you can see that from the little card. Raphael is melee, Casey Jones is ranged. Ranged means that Casey Jones can attack any of the enemies within the same coloured area, whereas melee means they have to be adjacent to attack. So I've got one ranged character, and Donatello's got Metalhead. Metalhead is another melee character, so we've got 3 melee characters, 1 ranged character. I decided to put Metalhead here, and as part of the manoeuvring action you can hop between these spaces, and when you cross a space that's got one of these foot soldiers in it, they get removed. So we're doing a lot of that because Shredder becomes quite dangerous when there's a lot of foot soldiers in his borough. And the final bit of setup I had to do was just place the enemies adjacent to Shredder. Okay, now I'm going to draw 5 cards for Raphael. Let's see what we got. We got Relentless, we got Crowd Control, Break Something, Raphael is Cool but Rude, and Payback Time. Okay, let's have a look at what we get for Donatello. 2, 3, 4, 5. Put your deck down there. We've got Heroes in a Half Shell, Thinking Ahead, Untested Enhancements, Donatello Does Machines, and Bow Staff. So Donatello has 2 good defensive cards here, and he's got an attacking card. He's got this card here, this symbol, which means it can be attack or defense. And he's got this one with a little lightning bolt, and I can't remember what that means. It's a scheme. It's a scheme. It's a scheme card. Yes, that's right. Okay. We also have these initiative cards, which is how this game decides which character goes next. So I'm just going to shuffle this little deck here. I should have shown you it first. So we've got the Leatherhead card. We've got Shredder taking a turn. We've got player 2. Got Slash taking a turn. We have another Shredder card. But this isn't Shredder taking a turn, this is adding foot soldiers to the borough that Shredder's currently in. And obviously, finally, player 1. There are some other cards that shuffle in allies and some henchmen, I think, just to make the game a little more interesting, I guess. I haven't played with those yet. I might play with them in the future. Okay, so let's just give these a quick shuffle. And I'm going to lay them out. I'm kind of hurting for space here. So I guess I will put them here. I'll keep these down here, and I'll put Shredder's discard pile here. And I'll put these discard piles below, like that. Shredder starts with 21 health, based on the 2-player setup. The 2 bad guys, they both start with 10, and these are so easy to mess up the number. I've tried really hard to like squeeze the dial down, but yeah, they certainly do slip around. So I better make sure I don't end up accidentally knocking them to the wrong hit points value. Much like Raphael. Raphael is at 17 hit points. Yep, so he starts at 17. Casey Jones starts at 8. And we have Donatello on 14. And Metalhead starts on 7. Right then, let's get started. Raphael is player 1, Donatello is player 2. We turn over the first initiative card, and it is Shredder. Shredder takes a turn. Okay, fine. So Shredder wants to be able to move, let me show you on the card here. Shredder can move three spaces. So he wants to get in and start attacking anyone. And what does he want to go to first? He can reach 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so we can either go for Donatello or Raphael, and I think I'm going to want him to go for Raphael. So off he goes, 1, 2, 3, and now he's adjacent to Raphael, so we don't turn over the card. We place the first Shredder card down, and we don't know what this is yet, but we can now decide whether we try and defend against this attack from Shredder. And the reason we might not want to do that is because Shredder is at his weakest pretty much at the start of the game. He has 2 foot soldiers out, he has none in the borough that he's just run into, so he's not going to be powered up by any foot soldiers, but this card, it might have a high attack value on there, so it might be worth trying to defend. However, I can't use this card to defend because it's attack only, the little POW icon. These ones, as I mentioned earlier, they can be attack or defense, so I could use these. And all these cards have some before, after, immediately kind of keywords on there. This one's like, after combat, you can shuffle this card back into your deck and then draw another card. And that's useful because when you run out of cards, you start losing health and you're going to die real soon because you haven't got much health to start with. So you want to make sure you don't burn through too much of your deck, so getting cards back into your hand is quite useful. When you've played a card and it goes into the discard pile, it's difficult to get them back. There are cards that do it, but it's not as easy as just like in Marvel Champions. You run out of cards, you reshuffle your deck and you draw something bad. What was it, a counter card I think, or something. Anyway, I haven't played Marvel Champions for a while. Stay tuned for that. Anyway, as we were, are we going to defend against this? I will. I'm going to use this card. It can be played by Raphael. It's a 2-pointer, and I'm going to play it as defense. It says immediately cancel all during combat and after combat effects on your opponent's card. So I'm going to put this down, and we're going to see what card Shredder has pulled out for us. It is Dishonorable Oroku Saki. It says immediately cancel all effects on the opponent's card, except the defender goes first. So I actually cancel all the during combat and after combat effects on the opponent's card. So that makes no difference, now I think about it, because I immediately cancel the during combat and after combat effects, but he immediately cancels something else. So I guess that means I just cancel this during combat. So this doesn't happen. He's cancelled all the effects on the opponent's card. Yeah, let me hold this up. So I think what happens is I cancel all during combat and after combat effects on the opponent's card. And that's cool. That means I get rid of this bottom bit. So we're only looking at the top bit, which says immediately cancel all effects on the opponent's card. I've already cancelled that. So I guess it just means that after combat, if no effects were cancelled this way, deal 2 damage to an adjacent opposing fighter. That doesn't happen. So this has been reduced down to a very boring 2 attack, 2 defense. Nothing happened. No damage done. This goes into Shredder's discard pile. This goes into Raphael's discard pile, which I will now create here. But the light's shining really bad on that, so I will put it here. Yep. Okay, that's that one. Next initiative is Shredder again. So this is Shredder to the streets. So this is when we place one of these foot soldiers in one of these little places on the borough. So I decided to put it here so I can hopefully hop over it and get rid of it in a future turn. Next, we're going to turn over the next initiative card, and it is Slash. Okay, I'm also running out of space to show who's up and who's been. So I'm just going to put slash there. Okay, so slash also moves 3. You can see that on the card there. And then we will do the same kind of thing. Slash 2, 3. Can't get 1, 2, 3. He can't get into range of Raphael or Casey Jones, so he's going to go after Donatello. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. I think he's going to go probably here. Let's just put him there. And then he's going to attack. And same as before, you can choose to defend. We'll look at what Donatello's got in his hand. So he's got quite a big defense that he could use here against Slash. But again, Slash is at his weakest at the start of the game because all of his Fury cards are not in his draw pile or in his discard pile. And a lot of his attacks are increase the attack or the defense based on how many Fury cards are in the discard pile. So I'm not sure it is really worth defending too hard against this. Although looking at the bow staff, which is pretty good, it says after combat deal 1 damage to an opposing fighter adjacent to Donatello and draw a card. So I will actually do that because I do want to draw cards and I do want to damage Slash. Actually, my tactic is going to be basically pile on, kill Slash, because he's a pain. Let's see what he was doing. He has done Slash and Destroy. Okay, so that's quite a powerful card for Slash. So it's a 3 attack, and I'm doing 3 defense. And I have an after combat effect, and he has a during combat effect. So this is exactly what I was talking about. During combat, add +1 to this card's value for each Fury card in Slash's discard pile. He doesn't have any Fury cards in his discard pile because they are all here. And we haven't yet to add any. So that's good. That's adding up 0. So he's still only doing a 3 attack and a 3 defense for me. 0 damage for me. And I get to deal 1 damage to an opposing fighter adjacent to Donatello. That is Slash. So I'm going to split Slash's health down to 9. And this goes into Donatello's discard pile, which I was going to put here, but it's now going to cover up the initiative, so I will put it down here. And this one goes here, just like that. Okay, so the next initiative is bam, player 1. Awesome. So that's Raphael. Well, Raphael has got a couple of good cards that he could use. He's got Raphael is cool but rude. Give me a break. Deal 1 damage to each opposing fighter adjacent to at least 1 friendly fighter. And draw a card. That's good. That's probably more useful for when they're all bunched up, but that's still good to do. And then we've got, this is another attacking one, crowd control. After combat, draw 1 card for each adjacent opposing fighter. Deal 1 damage to each of those fighters. Yeah, okay, well that's just 1 for Shredder. 1 and 1. That will happen assuming that Shredder doesn't cancel the card actions, and it'll happen even if I lose the combat, so that's good. I think I will attack Shredder, yes. So I get 2 actions. I can either maneuver, which is moving around the map and drawing a card, drawing a card and optionally moving around the map I should say, or I can attack, or I could do something else which I forget. Scheme, that's the one. Yeah, attacking, scheming, and maneuvering. So this is scheming. Raphael is cool. What do I want to do? Well, I'm just going to do attack. So I will be attacking Shredder, and I'm going to put my attacking card down. And that can be played by anyone. Have I got any Raphael specific ones? No. All right. Shredder will defend, and do I want to boost this? I don't think I want to boost this. I'm just going to turn it over. Shredder has pulled out Shredhead. He's pulled out his Shredhead. So I'm doing 3 attack, he's doing 1 defense, and he gets a during combat. Add +1 to this card's value for each foot soldier in Shredder's borough. Well, now he does have a foot soldier in the borough. This is the one that came out on his Shredder to the Streets initiative. So this is why it's dangerous to allow too many foot soldiers to build up in the boroughs. So actually he is now defending for 2, which is alright. I still hit him for 1. So we knock Shredder's health slowly chipping away down to 20. And then we've got after combat, deploy 1 foot soldier to Shredder's borough. Oh no. Well, okay, fine. This is how it goes. So where do I want to do that? I guess I want to... I don't want to add it here because I can't get rid of it easily, so I think I'm going to have to add it here. Because then I can just hop, hop, hop. Or maybe I can hop, hop. That makes much more sense. Why didn't I think of that the first time? Hop, hop. Yep. And then Raphael can hop over here and that'll get rid of 2 of them. Cool. And then that Shredder's one done. Put you down there. And then the after combat effect for Raphael's card. Shuffle this card into your deck, then draw 1 card. Don't mind if I do. So let's just have a bit of a shuffle. So much easier to shuffle cards when they're sleeved. Probably going to upset a lot of people for me saying that, but it is. Draw a card. We've drawn. You saw that. You saw that. I shuffled. And now I'm going to do what I threatened to do last time, which was maneuver. So with maneuvering, you have to draw a card. We've drawn Psy, which is good. That's quite a powerful card, so I'm happy about that. Only one of these characters can actually remove foot soldiers, and I am going to do that with Raphael. Raphael's going to move 2, 1, 2, so he's still adjacent to Shredder, but this is going to get rid of this foot soldier. And Casey Jones, I was originally going to move him here, but then he's no longer in the borough, the colour, you know, this looks like he's in the sewers, so I assume he's underground. Whereas here he's kind of like half yellow, half black, so I guess he can still attack. I also want to keep him out of range of Shredder in case he decides to, or in case Leatherhead comes down and starts attacking. Although Leatherhead's basically kind of blocked. 1, 2, 3. He couldn't get here anyway. 1, 2. I suppose he could go here. Alright, I'm just going to leave Casey Jones where he is anyway. I think it's safer. No, I'll move him here. No, I won't keep him there. I'm going to leave him right there. And that's the end of Raphael's turn. Next, we choose the next initiative card. And we have got... boom! Leatherhead. As I suspected. Well, it was 50-50 really, wasn't it? So Leatherhead's going to move 3. Let's do the little counting again. 1, 2, 3. He can get Raphael. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. You can get Donatello. Well, I think I want him to come to Raphael. 3. Yeah, that's right. I think I can do that. I'll just choose. I'm just going to choose Leatherhead to attack Raphael. Now, the trouble with Leatherhead is he's quite strong, and I have to keep next to him because if you notice on the initiative card, which you won't notice because I haven't held it up to the camera, or maybe you've seen some of the 5,000 other videos that show this game, but it says if there are no heroes or sidekicks adjacent to Leatherhead, advance the threat marker 2 spaces. And I haven't spoken about the threat marker yet, but that's this little hexagonal thing. It gets all the way to the end, and then the borough falls. So it goes all the way back to the start. Let me start again with a different borough. And bad things happen. Anyway, that's why you want to keep one of your characters close to Leatherhead. And Casey Jones is, because he's like right next to him there. And I guess that also means that Leatherhead's right next to Casey Jones, so I didn't think about that. Never mind. Leatherhead's going to attack Raphael. Are we going to defend? I think we are going to defend, yes. And what? I can't use crowd control. I can't use Raphael. It's cool but rude. I can use Psy. I can use Relentless and Payback Time. Except payback times during combat effect is more useful if you've attacked on your first turn and lost, and then you attack on your second turn and play this card. That's probably what I use it for actually. So we're not going to play with that. And I think I will use Relentless again because I'm not very original. Okay, let's see what Leatherhead was going to do. He is... oh no! It's a deception. Okay, so each of the bad guys has a deception card. And it tricks you into playing a useful card like that. And it shuffles the discard pile back into the deck, which makes no difference here because it's the first card, but it happens anyway. I'm just going to shuffle the deck. Can't be cancelled. That's okay though. So we'll just put that back into Leatherhead's deck. Give his deck a little shuffle because we don't want to know that deception's coming out immediately. Put that back there. However, as it says on the card, after combat, shuffle this card into your deck, draw one card. So, just like last time, because it's the same card. And this card is going to be, boom, crowd control. Okay, cool, could be better, that's alright. At least we didn't take any damage from Leatherhead then. And then the last card is going to be player 2. Oh, it's player 2. Alright, let's just rearrange this. Okay, Donatello's going to go, and Donatello has a useful little thing on his card which says he is inventive. If I can pick the card up. It says, when you maneuver, you may draw 2 cards instead of 1. If you do, put a card in your hand on the bottom of your deck. After you play an invention, tuck it under this card. So we want to find some inventions, they're pretty cool. And also, when we maneuver, whereas Raphael just draws 1 card directly into his hand, Donatello can draw 2 and pick the one that he likes the most. And when I say he, I mean me. And that would be quite useful. What have I got in my hand already? I have got... I only really got 2 attacking ones. That's okay. It's okay. I want to beat down on Slash, so I'm going to play... oh no, I was going to say I can play this Metalhead card, but I can't. So only Metalhead can play Metalhead cards, and Metalhead is not adjacent to Slash. And that's fine. So what I'm actually going to do is maneuver first. So that means I draw 2 cards from my deck. So look at that, Heroes in a Half Shell, that's good. 5 defense. Do I already have... I have Heroes in a Half Shell already. So I've got both of the Heroes in a Half Shell cards. Oh, I didn't really want to get rid of either of those, but... so I won't. I'll keep it. And I'm going to put this one back. I think it either goes on the bottom of the deck or... Oh, it does, because I just read it out, didn't I? Maybe I should remember. I go straight on the bottom of the deck. Okay, so I've got Heroes in a Half Shell twice. So Donatello should be invulnerable for a little bit. And I'm going to use Donatello to be the person to get rid of the foot soldiers, but I'm going to move him 1, 2, which gets rid of this foot soldier. And I'm going to move Metalhead once that way, still adjacent to Slash, because Metalhead is melee. And now I'm going to play an attack. I'm going to attack with Metalhead. I'm going to play Untested Enhancements. And Slash is going to defend. So this is a during combat. Discard the bottom card of your deck, add its boost value to this card's value. Oh, well I know what that is, don't I? Because I just put it there. No, maybe I should have put Heroes in a Half Shell there. That would have been clever, wouldn't it, to have thought ahead like that? Oh well, that's not what you're on this channel for. So, I'm hitting for 3, Slash is defending for 2. And it says, during combat, add +1 to the card's value for each Fury card in Slash's discard pile, which is 0. So, attacking for 3, defending for 2, that means that Slash is going down to 8. Getting there. I put that in the discard pile. This goes in the discard pile. Except, what am I doing? I didn't even think to discard the bottom card of your deck, so I'm going to pretend that I did that, because I totally spoke about it, and that discard was 2, so yeah, that gets discarded as well. So that was 2, so that would have actually been an extra 2, so Slash is down to 6 instead. And that is the end of the first turn for everyone, and now we go back through the initiative and carry out the black sections. So Shredder. Advance the threat marker by 1 plus the number of boroughs with a foot soldier in them. 1, 2, and 1 is 3. Nothing there. Now here we go. This is where Slash starts powering up. It says add a Fury card to the top of Slash's discard pile. So here's the Fury cards. It's 5 of them. I'm going to put 1 in the discard pile. Nothing there. Now here, Leatherhead. If there are no heroes or sidekicks adjacent to Leatherhead, advance the threat marker 2 spaces. Well, there is, because we've got Raphael next to him, and Casey Jones actually, and player 2 does nothing. Okay, so then we gather up these, and then we shuffle them again, and we're ready to go for the next turn. Okay, so on to round 2. Let's see who's going to go first. It's going to be Shredder again. He went first last time, didn't he? So yep, Shredder takes a turn. And Shredder is already adjacent to Raphael, so Shredder's just going to attack. And let's have a look at what Raphael's got in his deck. So I could defend with this Psy, and I will do that. I'm going to defend with the Psy. We turn this over, and it is, oh, it was handy that I chose that, because it's not a deception. It is Blades All Over. So Blades All Over, after combat, if Shredder's initiative card is revealed, put it on the bottom of the deck. Ah, so that means he gets to go again right at the end. Fine. So it is revealed, so it's going to go on the bottom, which means Shredder's going to go first and last. But 3 and 4, he didn't manage to do me any damage, which was handy for me. Yep. Next. Player 1, Raphael. Okay. So Raphael, what should we do here? We should probably do an initiative. Raphael is cool but rude, because it deals 1 damage to each opposing fighter adjacent to at least 1 friendly fighter, and you can draw a card. Well, we now have 2 adjacent to Raphael, so that'll be a free hit on Shredder and a free hit on Leatherhead, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to play this initiative card. Deal 1 damage to each opposing fighter, so we'll take Shredder's health, and we'll knock it down to 19, that's the way around. And Leatherhead, you get knocked down to 9. Yeah. Okay, so that's that, and I get another go as well. I'm going to do, oh, I've got, well, I don't want to use payback time, because I mentioned earlier that's pretty good with chaining them. So if I did an attack and lost the combat, I could have played this again. So I'm going to keep this in reserve, which leaves either crowd control or crowd control. So I think I'm going to play crowd control. So I'm going to attack, oh, who should I attack? I think I'm going to attack Leatherhead actually. So let's just spin you around. So any for 2, oh, not Shredder. Leatherhead's going to do what? Ah, well, this is Deception again. So that's the second time I pulled Deception from the top of Leatherhead's deck. And I did shuffle them. You saw me shuffle it. But this does 2 damage against 0 defense. So that's 2 damage to Leatherhead. So we'll take his little dial and we'll flip that down to 7, which is good. This, once again, goes into the deck, and observe me shuffling the deck, so you can see that I'm not just putting Deception back on the top of the deck each time. That has definitely been shuffled. And then we resolve the after combat effect of this card. Draw 1 card for each adjacent opposing fighter. Deal 1 damage to each of those fighters. That's cool. So there's 2 adjacent fighters, Shredder and Leatherhead. Draw 1 card for each adjacent opposing fighter. So we've got Unbridled Rage, which is, look at this, look at that boost, that's a 4. That's the one to put on the bottom of the deck, if we can. And this one is a Casey Jones card, Slapshot. So that's good. What does that do instead? If Casey is adjacent to the opposing fighter, this card's value is 6. Well, Casey is adjacent to Leatherhead, so they're really good. And I deal 1 damage to these fighters. So it's another damage to Leatherhead. And oops, here he is. Here's 1 more to Shredder, down to 18. Okay, who's going next? It is Shredder to the streets. This is when we deploy a foot soldier to Shredder's borough. And where shall we put it? We could go here, here, or here. I think I'm going to put it here. Okay, let's turn over the next initiative card. It is player 2, Donatello. Right, Donatello and Metalhead were in the process of beating up Slash the last time, so we should probably continue that. I can't get rid of this foot soldier because I need to move to here and I can't if the enemy's in the way. So the cards we've got here are a defensive card and a defensive card. We've got an attacking card, Thinking Ahead, and we have Donatello Does Machines. So this isn't too bad, this scheme. It says, let's hold it a bit closer. You and each other friendly player may return an attack, versatile or defense card in the discard pile to their hand and then draw another card. So in the discard pile at the moment we've got Shift Focus, Untested Enhancements and Bow Staff. I thought Bow Staff was pretty good actually. Deal 1 damage to an opposing fighter adjacent to Donatello. Yeah, that's not bad. What Slash got? He's on 6 health. I think what I might do is play... I'm going to play Donatello Does Machines, and then I'm going to take this back to my hand, and then I can draw another card, which is Turtle Power. That's a good card. Turtle Power. During combat, you may boost this card. Excellent. And I can boost it up to 5 at the moment. I still have one more turn. I don't think there's much point in manoeuvring because I can't get rid of that foot soldier. So I think I'm just going to attack. And I'm going to attack. I'm going to play Turtle Power. I'm going to boost it with Thinking Ahead, which is a 2. Now we take Slash. Let's see what he's going to do. He does a Who's Next card. Let's have a look. It says, after combat, if there is a Fury card in Slash's discard pile, which there is, put his initiative card on the bottom of the deck and place him adjacent to the hero with the highest health. Well, Slash's initiative card hasn't come out yet. Oh, actually, I'm reading that wrong because that's only for the attack. The defense is nothing. Ignore that. He does nothing. He just defends for 3. So that is 3 plus 2 is 5, minus 3 is 2. So I hit Slash for 2 damage. So he's down to 4 now. This goes in here. These both get discarded. Alright, that's Donatello's go. Turn this initiative card over again. And we've got Leatherhead. Okay. Going to move these foot soldier tokens off camera and put Donatello's discard pile here. So Leatherhead takes a turn. Leatherhead is already next to Raphael, so all he's going to do is try and attack. And Raphael will defend, I think. No, these cards are good. I don't think I am going to defend actually. Might sound crazy, but I want to keep those cards. They're really good, so I'm just going to take it. Oh, it was only 2. That was alright. He's only hit me for 2. During combat, the opponent discards 1 random card, add its boost value to this card. Oh, well, that's not quite the same then. Okay, so, oof, that's a 4. Let's hope he doesn't get Unbridled Rage discarded. So what I'm doing is I'm shuffling Raphael's cards, and the top card is the one that we're going to add to the boost. It is Slapshot for 2. Okay, so this gets discarded. This is actually a 4, so 17 minus 4, 13. Okay, so not great, but at least I haven't got rid of my 2 cards that I was hoping I was going to play. Now we will see who goes next. Slash. Slash is going to attack either Donatello or Metalhead. I'm going to have him attack Donatello. So we take Slash's card. I will use one of my Heroes in a Half Shell cards to defend against that. And it made no difference, so I just wasted that. Thanks a lot, Slash. So you get discarded, and this now gets discarded, and the thing is all of these now get discarded. All of these now get shuffled back into the deck. So they successfully made me waste one of my good defensive cards. But that is the point of the deception card. It's deceptive. And the final one is going to be Shredder takes a turn. Okay, well, Shredder takes a turn. Shredder's going to attack Raphael. Now, last time I thought it would have been a good idea to not defend, and I got hit for 4. And this time I'm going to use this one because I don't want to take another massive hit, and he can be powered up with these foot soldiers. So I'm going to defend for 2. Oh, that was the sort of card I thought it was going to be as well. It's Shredhead. So yeah, he's going to add +1 to the card's value for each foot soldier in the borough. So that's 2. So that's hitting for 5. -2 is 3. So Raphael's now down to 10 health. Okay. Not great. Then we go back through. We are adjacent to Leatherhead. Nothing happens. We add one of Slash's Fury cards to his discard pile. And we now, on the Shredder initiative card, advance the threat marker by 1 plus number of boroughs with foot soldier in them, which is still 2. So it goes up 3 again. Let's up to here now. And then let's shuffle these up for the next round. So I am struggling with Raphael being all the way over here, isolated. And I'm also starved for cards. I should probably... I need to finish Slash off, and then I need to run away from Shredder. I don't think having Shredder and Leatherhead attacking Raphael is gonna be a good strategy long term. That's a stupid strategy, so let's not do that. Let's try and run away. My favourite strategy. Okay, who's going first? Shredder to the streets. Okay, 1 foot soldier to Shredder's borough. Might just put this one here, and then we put another one out. So his borough is now full of foot soldiers, which isn't great. Next, Leatherhead. Oof, again. I can't defend, I'm just going to have to take it. Hit me for 0. Excellent. Okay. It's very deceptive, this Leatherhead. Except he didn't catch me out this time. I would have totally wasted a card on that again there. I'd be very annoyed. So shuffle that deck, put that back. Then the next initiative card to come out is Shredder again. Oh no. Okay. Well, I can't defend once again, so we get hit for 2. That's not as bad as it could have been. Could have been Shredhead. I'm moving quickly through these cards. Right, Donatello. I think this is worth doing. I'm going to attack with Metalhead, and then Slash is going to defend. During combat, discard the bottom card of your deck. So I will. I'm going to discard the bottom card of my deck, which gives me a 2. This is the one. So I'm adding 2 onto my attack value of 3 to give me 5. So that's 5 attack from me, and then Slash, during combat, add +1 to the card's value for each Fury card in the discard pile. So there's 1 in there. So he's defending for 3, I'm attacking for 5, so that hits him for 2. Brings him down to 2. Discard that. And I have to now maneuver, because I've only got heroes and a half shield left. That's okay, I'm going to run. So we draw 2, they're both scheme cards. So we've got Party Wagon, move a friendly fighter up to 5 spaces. They may move through opposing fighters, then deal 2 damage to an opposing fighter they move through. Well, that's insta-death for Slash. So I'm going to take that one for sure. This one goes on the bottom of my deck. And I can move up to 2, which I will. I'm going to move here. 2 and 1, 2. Because I kind of want to come back this way to help Raphael out before he dies. That's the end of that. Now, is this Slash or is this going to be Raphael? It's Raphael. Huh. Okay. So Raphael needs to run away fast. So how best to do that? How do we do that? We do that by drawing a card and running, don't we? Now, can I do that? Can I run away from Leatherhead? Yes, I can. I will draw a card, which is Heroes and a Half Shell. I'm going to keep that. That's really good. It's a high defense card. I can't go too far. I'm going to go 1, 2. I'm going to get rid of this foot soldier here. Casey Jones is still adjacent to Leatherhead, but I want to be able to attack Leatherhead. So how could I have managed that? I don't think I can. All right, I was going to stick with that. Right. Well, that was my move with Raphael. I might just run a bit more to the center of the board. I'm going to choose another one, which is Let's Do This. Oh, that's cool. Look, it's got the artwork from the original comic. It's nice. So I'll put that in my hand, and now I can run away again. Run heroically away. I don't want to run. I can't run too far. So what I might do is bring Casey Jones back, because now he's adjacent to Leatherhead again, and I won't end up advancing the threat token too far. Although it's going to advance anyway, right? Because it's going to advance because of Shredder. Be 1, 2, 3. So it's already going to be the next Borough Falls. And we're back at the start. I don't know whether it then does even more advancing. I'm not sure. Well, I'm going to play it as it doesn't do more advancing. No, I'm going to play it as it does do more advancing. Okay, and then I'm going to run away. 1, 2. I'm going to run up here. I'll let Casey Jones do a bit of damage. And then we're going to do this for Slash. Slash's go. He's going to attack. Who can he attack? We might as well attack Donatello, because Donatello's at full health. Donatello is going to... I guess he'll just take it, because Slash isn't too powered up yet. He's only got 1 Fury card in his discard pile at the moment. Let's see, it is going it alone. Oh, well, maybe I should have defended it. 3. After combat, deal 1 damage to each opposing hero in Slash's zone, and add 1 damage for each Fury pile in Slash's discard pile. Okay, so that was a bad decision by me. I should have used Heroes and a Half Shell to defend, but I didn't. So that is 3 plus just the 1, wasn't it? Yeah, just 1 Fury. That's 4 that Donatello's going to take. So Donatello's going down to 10, and then it's another 1 damage to Donatello. It's down to 9, and Metalhead takes the damage. Oops, this way goes down to 6. Fine. Okay. And we walk back through these if there are no heroes adjacent, but there are, so we skip over that. Advance the threat marker by 1 plus the number of boroughs with a foot soldier in them. Okay, so that's 3 again. Staten Island is now under threat. Tell me about it. They're all over the place. Okay, so I need to put 2 more foot soldiers in Staten Island. 1 must go there because that's the only free space. And then I have to place one of these in the next highest numbered starting place. So this is 1, so I need to place it into 2. So I'm going to place into here, out the way. And now, because Queens has fallen, these will become entrenched, and I can't get rid of them anymore. And I will take a damage if I cross them. So I will just leave that part of Queens alone. I'm not interested in Queens anymore. Okay, so that was a bad turn for me. And then we get to Slash, add a Fury card to the top of his discard pile. Okay, so even more powerful now. He's got 3 of his 5 cards in there. So I really do need to kill him, and I will be doing that very soon. Now we'll pick these cards up again. And we'll see who's up next. Leatherhead. Ugh, okay, so Leatherhead is adjacent to Casey Jones, so he's just going to attack Casey Jones. Leatherhead is powerful, so I'm going to defend with Heroes and a Half Shell. Now, what's the bet in? What's the bet in? This is going to be Deception. Oh, it's not. Whew. Oh, that's a powerful one. Look at that. That's a 5. Monster to sum. After combat, if Leatherhead won the combat, advance the threat marker 1 space. Well, he's not going to win the combat because I actually defended with 5. So I made a good decision. You don't often see that on camera. You get discarded. Nothing happens. So a bit of a wasted turn for Leatherhead. Well, I guess he did get me to discard Heroes and a Half Shell. roll it back, because I can't do that, can I? Can't do that. I can't do that at all. Casey Jones takes 5 hits. So he's down to 3. I can't play Heroes in a half shell because Casey Jones is not in a half shell, is he? He is a person. More accurately, I can't play this card because it says Raphael. It doesn't say any, it doesn't say Casey. So I can't do that. Casey Jones just gets whacked in the face. Oof. Next. Slash. Damn, I was hoping to kill him before that happened. Well, I will defend against Slash because he's getting a bit powerful now. He was going to attack Donatello, and he's going to attack him with who's next? It's a 3. So after combat, if there's a Fury card in Slash's discard pile, put his initiative card on the bottom of the deck. So there is a Fury card in Slash's discard pile. So we take his initiative card and put it on the bottom of the deck. And place him next to, adjacent to the hero with the highest health. And that is Donatello, so I don't actually need to move him anywhere. I might move him here, just in case something bad happens, and I can still attack him with Metalhead, if this doesn't work out. Okay, next. Oops, I should probably put these back. So Shredder's going. Shredder takes a turn. Okay, so he's got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, well, I'm going to have Shredder attack Raphael. Well, actually, Raphael's closest because he's only 1 away. So Shredder's going after Raphael. And I'm going to do what I meant to do last time. But I can play this card now. Oh no, he's tricked me again. That's like 3 times in this game. So Shredder tricked me good. Never mind. Next. Player 2, Donatello. Excellent. So I will do a scheme, party wagon. So this is the one where I can move a friendly fighter up to 5 spaces and then move through opposing fighters and deal 2 damage to an opposing fighter. So I'm going to play that, discard pile, and I'm going to move Metalhead up to 5 spaces. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it says an opposing fighter they move through, and I've just moved through 2. But I'm going to move through Slash and knock him down to 0. So Slash is now defeated. Put that there. Excellent. It's 1 less enemy to worry about. Get off the board. I was kind of hoping I would have done that a bit sooner because I'm now struggling, but I'm going to maneuver now, and I'm going to maneuver. So I'll pick these. I'm going to maneuver. Well, I'm going to maneuver both of them. I'm going to pick both of these. I'm going to take Short Circuit into my hand and put this one on the bottom of my deck. And then I can go 1, 2, get rid of this foot soldier. Go 1, 2 and stay adjacent. Okay, now who's going next? We've got player 1, Raphael. Just move these up a bit. Okay, Raphael, what are you going to do? Well, what cards have you got? So you've got after combat, draw 1 card. If you won the combat, draw 2 cards. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I guess I'll attack Shredder because I'm a bit stuck otherwise, aren't I? Probably leave Donatello to try and kill off Leatherhead. I think what I'm going to do is attack Shredder for 2. Shredder's going to defend for 0. Okay, that's cool. So he gets hit for 2, which is going to knock him down to 16. And then I draw 1 card for each adjacent opposing fighter and deal 1 damage to each of those fighters. So I break something, cool. And I deal another damage to Shredder. So he's down to 15. That was my first go. So Deception goes back in, and then we shuffle Shredder's deck again. This one gets discarded. And then I'm going to do I'm going to run away. Well, I'm going to maneuver. So I draw a card and I'm going to move 2. I'm going to go 1, 2 up here. And that's it. I'm going to keep Casey Jones where he is. Casey Jones isn't dead anyway, so he can go out in a blaze of glory. Although he won't be going out in a blaze of glory anytime soon because Leatherhead's already had a go, so is Shredder. So this final card, or this bottom card's slash, he's out of the game. And this bottom card is going to be take to the streets, isn't it? Wherever it's to the streets, yeah. Each player deploys a foot soldier to Shredder's borough. So we put 1 there, and then we have to put 1 in Queens. So that's the end of this round. We do shuffles. Oh, what am I doing? I was meant to go through all of these black events. So Leatherhead, if there's no heroes or sidekicks adjacent to him, advance the threat, but there's 2, so that nothing happens there. This is the usual, advance the threat by 3. So we're going to go up to here. All right, now I can pick them up and shuffle them. Well done, me. Okay, let's move this down a bit easier to get to. Here we are, next round. Leatherhead. Okay, he can attack Casey Jones or he can attack Donatello. So let's just have a quick look at Raphael's cards. No Casey Jones cards, so that's kind of rubbish. So I'm going to have Leatherhead attack Donatello. Yeah, because Donatello has a defensive card that he can use. So I will use it. Short circuit. Terror of the Swamp. It says during combat, the opponent discards 1 random card, add its boost value to this card's value. Well, I don't have any cards anyway, so I can't discard that. So it's just no damage taken. Excellent. Next. We're going to deploy more foot soldiers to Queens. Queens is overrun, but we don't care because it's already fallen. Next. Shredder takes a turn. Okay, Shredder is already next to Metalhead, so he's going to just hit him because I haven't got any cards, as I said last time. Metalhead takes a 3 damage, so he's down 6, down to 3. Like that. And this card says, so Shredder's initiative card is revealed, put it on the bottom of the deck. Well, it is revealed because we just revealed it to do that turn, so he gets 2 turns. Now, these are going to be the Turtles. Player 2, Donatello. Okay, Donatello, you've got no cards, so you should probably do some manoeuvring. Let's do that. We're going to draw untested enhancements and a smoke bomb. Okay, that's pretty cool. And we can move. We can move 1, 2. And maybe we should get Metalhead out of here. Let's go 1, 2. Get rid of this foot soldier. So smoke bomb's good. I could remove up to 4 scheme cards in my discard pile. How many do I even have? 1, 2. So I could gain 2 actions. Yeah, okay, so I'm going to use scheme and remove up to 4 scheme cards in your discard pile. Let me show you this card. Remove up to 4 scheme cards in your discard pile from the game and gain that many actions. So I will. I'm going to get rid of 1, 2 from the game, so off to the side. So I now gain 2 actions. And because I played this card, don't forget, Donatello, at the start of the game, I read this out, but it says, after you play an invention, tuck it under this card. And this is an invention, so I'm going to tuck it. And you'll now notice that Donatello, when he plays a scheme, I gain 1 action. Yep. I've gained 2 extra actions. So I've got 2 more actions to take. And I'm going to do some manoeuvring. One of those is going to be a maneuver. Take these 2. Oh, look at that. It's another one. Yeah, okay, so this is a defensive card. That's good. And this is thinking ahead. Oh, which one to get rid of? That's not bad. I will take the self-defense grid. I'll put this on the bottom of the deck. Okay, and Metalhead can't use this yet, so I'm going to maneuver again. I'm going to maneuver with Metalhead, and I'm going to move Donatello 1, and I'm going to move Metalhead 1, 2. And what am I going to do? I'm going to maneuver again, because Leatherhead has a habit of making you discard cards from your hand, and I don't want to do that. There's another one, Electro Grenade. Well, but also Party Wagon's good, isn't it? So I've got to choose between Electro Grenade. I'm going to have to keep that one, aren't I? It's too good. I'm going to get rid of Party Wagon. That's also good. That's also good. Okay, and then I'm going to maneuver again. I'm going to maneuver 1, 2, get rid of that. Guess I'll keep Donatello where he is. Next is player 1, Raphael. All right, Raphael and Casey Jones. So Raphael isn't next to anyone. Casey Jones doesn't have any cards, so I'm kind of messing this up a little bit. But I will have to maneuver. So I'm going to draw, drawn a Casey card. That's handy. Batter up. I will move Raphael 1, 2 next to Shredder. I'm going to play Unbridled Rage, and I'm going to discard this versatile card to add +2 to this card's value. So this is now a 5 attack, and Shredder's going to defend with a 3. Okay, well that's all right actually. So that knocks him down to 13. What does this say? After combat, place Shredder in a borough with the fewest foot soldiers. Then deploy 2 foot soldiers to Shredder's borough. Right, okay. Fewest foot soldiers, I mean it's the Bronx or Manhattan or Brooklyn. So I might stick him in Manhattan. 1, 2, 3, because then he's got a bit of a trek to get back. It's probably handy for me. And then deploy 2 foot soldiers to Manhattan. All right, well, let's just put them there. Might be able to get rid of them soon. And then I will tidy up this initiative thing. It's going to be Shredder again. Here he comes. He's coming back. I think he's going to go down this way. 1, 2, 3. He's going to go charging towards Metalhead again. Okay, now we go back through this. Nothing happens with Leatherhead. And we advance the threat marker again. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. So now it's threats advancing pretty quickly. So we take these again. If I can pick them all up. Tiny, slippery little cards. And I think it was easier when Shredder's deck was up there actually. Okay. Let's tidy these decks up. Initiative. Who's going first? Raphael. I don't think the Turtles have gone first yet. Okay, well, I have to be careful because Raphael doesn't have any defensive cards. So I might maneuver again. I picked up another attacking card. I've got 2 Let's Do This cards now. So I guess these are just hoping that, because they're quite a low attacking value of just 1. So I assume you're banking on the card that the enemy's going to pull out is going to be Deception. But anyway, I'm going to move. So I will go 1, 2, get rid of this foot soldier. I think I need to kill Leatherhead with Raphael and not Casey. No, probably. I don't know. I just get that feeling. What can I do with Casey Jones? I can move him to up here and here. Yeah, all right. And now I'm going to play Batter Up to hit Shredder. Well, attempt to hit Shredder anyway. Because he's yellow and Shredder's in a yellow and green space, so Casey can still hit him because he's ranged. Shredder is going to do Shred Head. So this is during combat, add +1 to the card's value for each foot soldier in the borough. There aren't actually any foot soldiers in the Bronx. So that's 0. So it's just a 1 for his defense against 3. So hit Shredder for 2. So Shredder's now down to 11 health. This card gets discarded. And the after combat effects for this card, if you won the combat, which I did, move the opposing fighter up to 3 spaces. So just push Shredder away. Oh, actually, did I forget? Deploy 1 foot soldier. Oh, yeah, so Shredder gets to put a foot soldier now in the Bronx. Where's the best place to do that? Probably here. Okay, now I'm going to move Shredder away. So I might as well move him just back into Manhattan. 1, 2, 3. Let's just shove him all the way over there. Next. Leatherhead. Ugh, okay, so Leatherhead is going to attack Donatello. He hasn't got a choice because he's right next to him. Donatello's cards are... yeah, well, I'm obviously going to play Self-Defense Grid because then I can tuck it under my card. So let's see. Leatherhead, you are doing... it's this one again. Terror of the Swamp. So, during combat, I discard a card and add the boost value. Oh no, okay. This isn't going to go well. Yeah, discarding Metalhead. Okay, that's probably the better one to have got rid of, but still kind of rubbish. That's a 2 boost, so that's a 4 defending for 2. Donatello gets knocked down to 7 health. After combat, I can remove up to 4 defense or versatile cards from the discard pile, from the game, and I recover that much health. Okay, so I will do that for sure. Up to 4 defense or versatile. Defense or versatile. Yeah, I will get rid of maybe shift focus. Metalhead's probably going to die soon, so might as well get rid of the Metalhead cards that are in my discard pile at least. And I will get rid of Short Circuit. Okay. So these 4 are going out of the game. However, that does mean, thankfully, that Donatello goes up to 11 health. So not as dire as it once was. And now I get a +1 to my defences all the time. And this one gets discarded. Who's up next? We've got To the Streets. Add stuff to the borough. Okay, Manhattan is completely full of foot soldiers again. I feel like this is going to end badly for me, but we'll see how we go on. Right, Shredder's off again. Where's he going? He's going to go and attack. Well, he's going to go and attack 1, 2, 3 Raphael because he's right next to him. Okay, Raphael, what are you going to do about this? You have no defensive cards, so you're not actually going to do anything about this. You're going to be hit for 4. Damn. Okay, well, that is going to halve Raphael's health. Down to 4 now. After combat, place Shredder in a borough with the fewest foot soldiers, then deploy 2 foot soldiers. Fewest foot soldiers is going to be the Bronx or Brooklyn. I will pick the Brooklyn because I feel like I can do a better job of clearing up these foot soldiers than if they were in the Bronx. Probably. Yeah, probably. Okay, well, I've done it now, so we'll stick with that. And then it's player 2, so Donatello. Cool. Donatello, you have 1 card left, so you're going to have to do a bit of manoeuvring. With manoeuvre, we're going to take Quick Strike and Quick Strike. Okay, well, I will take Quick Strike. Put this one on the bottom. I can go 1, get rid of that, and then 2. And I will use Metalhead to go. Metalhead, you can just go, I don't know, here, maybe soak up some damage if I choose to use you to be a damage shield. And then I'm going to attack. I'm going to attack Leatherhead with Donatello. So, what have we got? Raging Cajun. Okay, so cancel all effects on the opponent's card. If that card's printed value is 4 or higher, ignore its value. Oh, okay. Well, it's not, it's only a 2. So I hit Leatherhead for 1, because he's got a defense of 2, so that brings him down to 5. So this gets discarded. And I didn't get to do the cool remove cards from my discard pile and add +1 to the value, but I do get to tuck this under my card and have +1 to the value of all my attacks going forwards. So that's pretty good, actually. And then we're out of initiatives. So Leatherhead has someone next to him, and then we advance the threat marker again. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Oh no. Okay, fine. Now we're going to reveal the next tile. So Staten Island has fallen, and now Brooklyn is under threat. So Staten Island, that's not too bad, there's only 1 foot soldier there. So they've become entrenched. Brooklyn's under threat. Fine, dump some foot soldiers there. We'll have a go. Who's next? It's Shredder to the streets again. Oh my lord. This guy's mad for the streets. Next. Leatherhead. Ugh, okay. Leatherhead, you're going to attack Metalhead, I guess. Metalhead only has 3 health, so I'm not going to bother with defending that. Raging Cajun again. Okay, so that is 3, and you win. Metalhead dead. Gone. Alright, fine. Never mind. Player 2, Donatello. Okay, Donatello is going to maneuver. I'm going to pick cancel all after combat effects or draw a card. I think I might have 2 quick strikes and go whoop, get rid of that one, back here, and then I'm going to attack Leatherhead. Leatherhead defends with deception. Okay, that's not bad actually. So I managed to hit him for 3, so he's down to 2 now. That goes here. There was only 1 card left in his deck anyway before Deception came out, so we're just going to give that a bit of a shuffle. This goes into my discard, and I get to draw a card. The card I've drawn is Bowstaff. Useful. Yeah, okay. Next. Who's up next? It's Raphael. Okay, Raphael, I really need you to kill off Leatherhead for me. So you're going to have to move. So we're going to maneuver, picking up this card, which is Unbridled Rage. You've moved to here. I'll get Casey Jones to go to here to try and get rid of the foot soldier in the Bronx next time. And then I'm going to play Raphael is cool but rude. So I will deal damage to each opposing fighter adjacent to at least 1 friendly fighter. So this is a little bit of a waste because Shredder's all the way over there. But I really want to get Leatherhead taken out. And Leatherhead has all these cards that make you discard a random card and add the boost of it to their defense value. This is a 4, this is a 3, and this is a 3. So they're all really high boost cards. So it's quite a high chance that Leatherhead is going to make me discard a card and then power himself up, which I don't really want. Okay, that's the end of that round. Who's going next? It's going to be, well, Shredder, obviously. Shredder's going to go charge him around here. 1, 2, 3. He's going to ram into Donatello and attack him. Donatello's going to go, Bowstaff to defend. Let me see what Shredder's going to do. Yikes, blades all over. Okay, so we look at my card first. After combat, that's all right. And after combat here. So it's a 3 versus a 3. So that's a 0, no damage done. So after combat, I deal 1 damage to an opposing fighter and draw a card. Okay, so I'll do that now. I'm going to take Shredder and bring him down to 10 health. And I'm going to draw a card and throw it on the floor. That card was Turtle Power. Nice. So I've got Turtle Power and Quick Strike. I actually have some offensive cards for Donatello to work with. And then the Shredder one is, if Shredder's initiative card is revealed, which it is, he gets another go. Okay, so Shredder gets another go. I'm not going to bother because I'll just put it down and pick it up again. And I guess he's going to attack Donatello again. So I will... yeah, defend with Quick Strike. Is Shred Head. Yeah, I thought it might be. So it's a 3 plus 1 for each foot soldier in the borough, which is 4. So that's a 7 minus 3 is 4. Donatello has taken quite a big hit and he's back down to 7 health. And this is what happens when you don't focus on getting rid of all of the foot soldiers that come out and you keep fighting Shredder on his boroughs where he's quite strong. So my tactic is going to have to be lure him away from Brooklyn and Manhattan and definitely Queens, and we're going to try and fight on Staten Island and the Bronx. Probably the Bronx. Well, now we go back. So we put some... I think we're just going to have to abandon Brooklyn now. I think we have to put one in Staten Island as well. Put one here. That was it. Okay. Okay, now first thing I need to talk about when we start this round is the changes I've made to reflect the actual state of the game. So Donatello is back up to 8 health. I've put some notes in the video as to why I've done that. And also Leatherhead is dead, which should make my job a little bit easier. So let's get on with the next round. Who's up next? We've got player 1. Player 1 is Raphael. Okay, Raphael, what are we going to do with you? We want to focus our final efforts on the final goal, which makes sense, right? We want to kill Shredder and we want to get out of Staten Island. So I think what we're going to do is run away. We're going to maneuver. So I'm going to grab a card. We've got Heroes in a Half Shell. Cool. And I'm going to maneuver Casey Jones. Yeah, he can go 1 back again, and he's going to remove this foot soldier. And then Raphael is going to heroically run up here towards the Bronx. And I think I might do that again. Maneuver. So we've got crowd control, and I'll have Raphael run up to here, and Casey Jones is going to be the one once again to get rid of foot soldiers. So the Bronx is now clear of Shredder's foot soldiers. Yep, which works for me. And then next up we've got who? Oh, player 2. Okay. Donatello. Donatello, you are right next to Shredder and you've only got 8 health, so you're definitely going to do a runner. I think we're just going to run back towards the Bronx. So what have we got? We've got Donatello does machines. That's the little foil card. Very nice. And Party Wagon. And the Party Wagon is the one that does 2 damage to Shredder. So, 20% as a free hit. That's not bad. Donatello does machines allows us to return an attack, versatile or defense. So everything except for schemes by the looks of it. From the discard pile back to your hand. That's good as well. What's in the discard pile for these guys? Well, there's a good defensive card there. Good defensive card there. Oh, and Turtle Power. They can boost it, and I probably have got some things that are worth boosting. So that's a good 5 hits, I guess. Yeah. Yeah. All right. I'm going to. No, I'm not going to take Donatello Does Machines. I'm going to put that on the bottom of the deck. I'm going to take the Party Wagon because it's a scheme, and when I play a scheme, I get an action anyway, so it's a free hit. So I might as well do that. It'd be stupid not to. Right, and now I'm going to do a runner. I'm going to go 1, 2. And then for my next move, I will maneuver again. So the 2 cards to choose from this time, Thinking Ahead and Shift Focus. Thinking Ahead is an attacking card. If I win the combat, I can put a card in the discard pile. Well, that's no good. But it is a 3. Oh, I don't know. No, I'll keep Shift Focus because it's a defensive card as well as an attacking card, and I don't really want to die. And I'm going to again run up to here. Okay, who's next? Shredder to the streets. Each player deploys 1 foot soldier to Shredder's borough. Okay, so Brooklyn's full, so we got to the 5th one, which is Manhattan, which is full. So then I think it wraps around to the first one, which is Staten Island, which is okay. Let's put one there and put one there. And then, well, this one's going to be Shredder, isn't it? Shredder takes a turn. Lovely. So Shredder's going to go charging at the turtles, and he can go 1, 2, 3. But why would you do that? He'll go 1, 2, 3. Yes. 1, 2, 3. Ah, no. So he still can actually hit Donatello, and he will. So Shredder's going to do this, and I will play Shift Focus to defend. Let's have a look. Dishonorable Orokusaki. Immediately cancel all effects on the opponent's card. Okay, so I will not be moving any fighters in Donatello's zone. That's alright, I don't know where I'm anyway. So, during combat, if there are 3 or more foot soldiers in Shredder's borough, ignore the value of the opponent's card. Oh, okay, so that means I have got a 0 to defend, which is no good. Now this is a rules question, and I'm not very good on the rules for anything. So the value on the card is 2, and I have a tucked card that says add +1 to the value of your defenses. So if Shredder's card says ignore the value of the opponent's card, does that mean that it's a 0 and I get a +1, or that it's just 0? I think I'm going to play it as it's just 0. That seems more fair, but still, it should make it a little clearer on the cards. So what that means is Donatello gets hit for 2, so Donatello's going down to 6. And then we go through nothing, nothing, nothing. Advance the threats. The threat is definitely increasing. Staten Island, Brooklyn, Manhattan, Queens, and Shredder. So that's a 5, so we're going up to 3. I'll say up to 3. We're going up to this spot with a 3 on it. We're actually going up to 5. Take these. Do it on camera so you can see. Whoop. Shuffling 4 cards is tricky. And who's going first this time? It is going to be, bam, player 2, Donatello. Okay, well, I'm going to play the party wagon. Move a friendly fighter up to 5 spaces. They may move through opposing fighters. Then deal 2 damage to an opposing fighter. They move through. I'm going to move Casey Jones. It's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I can do that. And then that will knock Shredder down to 8 health. And I gain an action for that. So I've still got 2 actions I could take. Now I will maneuver. I've got to take 2 more cards. I've got, oh great, 2 useless cards, which I guess I'm going to play immediately. So I'm going to play this one. I'm going to play that, draw a card, gain an action, and I also gain another action. So I've got, what did I do? I had 2 actions. I maneuvered, no I didn't. I had 2 actions. I played a scheme for an action, and then I got an action back. And then I decided to maneuver for an action, and I've just picked up 2 of these, and for some reason I put both into my hand, and this one should actually be on the bottom of the deck. And I played it, and it gave me for an action, and it gave me an action, and I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, so I think I've got 3 actions left, and I didn't actually move Donatello when I was going to do the manoeuvring, so I will now. I'm going to move him to here, I guess, the Bronx. So I've got 3 actions left, and I'm going to manoeuvre again. So I pick 2, and I can't use Metalhead's cards for anything other than boosting, which I don't seem to be doing much of anyway, so I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to move Donatello up to here, try and lure Shredder into the Bronx. So that was that. That's the 2 more actions. Well, I mean, to be honest, I might just keep powering up these cards. I've got Quick Strike and Thinking Ahead, so I'm going to keep Quick Strike. I'm going to get rid of Thinking Ahead. Well, I'm going to put it on the bottom of my deck. And yeah, one more time. Let's draw these. We've got Short Circuit, and Donatello does machines as well. Probably want to pick... I'm going to keep Short Circuit. So Donatello's getting quite low on cards in his deck. There's only 5 left. Don't need to be careful of that, because I start taking 2 hits every time I need to draw a card, and he's only got 6 health, so I can't do that very often. Right, I think that's all of Donatello's turns taken now. All of his actions have been used up. All on manoeuvring. Shredder to the streets. So that's good that came out now, because I can put it in Staten Island where it doesn't really matter too much. And I will put one here in the Bronx. Now, next is going to be Shredder. Okay, well, Shredder's next to Casey Jones, so he's probably just going to attack Casey. And what's Raphael going to do about that? Raphael, I mean, we do want to keep Casey alive, don't we? So I'll play Heroes in a Half Shell. I'm going to turn the Shredder card over, which I can't quite pick up. Shredhead. Oh, okay. That's a 3 plus 4. So that's 7. And then 7 minus 5 is 2. Oh dear. That was a good decision. Then Casey only has 3, so he only took 2 damage there. And then after combat, deploy another foot soldier to the borough, but we can't, so I'm going to put it here. And then this one's going to be Raphael. So Casey Jones is not long for this world. Yeah, let's just attack Shredder. So Casey Jones is going to attack Shredder, and we'll see what this card is. Well, it's a 50-50 chance of it being Deception, isn't it? Let's hope it is Deception. So it's a free hit. And it is, not Deception, it's Dishonorable Orokusaki. And he immediately cancels all effects on the opponent's card. So that's a nothing. Nothing happens. That was a bit of a miss. But that means this is Deception. So I know that Shredder can't defend. So any damage I can do to him is going to get through. Except I can't actually... Oh, well, I was going to say I can't actually move towards him, but I can, can't I? Because on each of your turns, the first time you lose combat, you gain an action. I did just lose combat, so I still have 2 actions. That's handy. So I'm actually going to go here. I'm adjacent to Shredder. And now I'm going to attack him for as much as I can. Well, now this is the decision I need to make. Do I attack him for as much as I can, which is only going to be 3 with this card? Or do I play these cards in full knowledge that I'm going to gain 2 more cards? I think I need to do that. I'm going to play Let's Do This. So I will. Shredder's going to be deceptive. Shredder takes 1 damage, so he's down to 7 now. That's going to shuffle his deck back in. After combat, draw 2 cards if you won combat. So I will, and I'm going to draw Sigh. Oh man, that would have been good to have used just then. And Slapshot. Nice. Donatello's deck. Right, let's take those. Well, first of all, we should shuffle Shredder's deck. They're back. And then we'll shuffle the initiative deck. Okay, well, I'm feeling a bit better about this now because the momentum is with me. Shredder's only got 7 health, and I've still got another 2 boroughs that could fall before I lose. So let's see who's up next. It's going to be player 1, Raphael. All right, that's good actually, because Raphael is right here. So I'm going to do, I could do a massive hit, and, oh, I don't know actually. Well, I think I'm going to use Casey Jones to attack Shredder. I'm using Slapshot. So Slapshot says, during combat, if Casey is adjacent to the opposing fighter, this card's value is 6, and he is adjacent. So as long as Shredder doesn't cancel any of my card effects, which he doesn't actually cancel any, so that's handy. So after combat, place Shredder in a borough with the fewest foot soldiers. He's coming to the Bronx. Oh, that works out though. Bit scary though. Anyway, so this is a 6, and this is a 3, so Shredder takes 3 damage, so he's down to 4. Yep. Good job, Casey. And that was just one of the attacks. So I need to move Shredder to the Bronx, and I will move him next to Raphael. And then I will have to place 2 foot soldiers in the Bronx. Right, so foot soldiers all over the place. And now I will play Sigh. See what Shredder can do. Hopefully this is a deception and he just dies. No, it is blades all over. Okay, so after combat, if Shredder's initiative card is revealed, put it on the bottom. Otherwise, deploy a foot soldier. Well, I can only deploy 1. Oh no, I can deploy 2. All right, fine. That's going to fill up the whole of the map with foot soldiers. But Shredder does take 2 more damage, so he's now down to 2. And I'm just going to get the last of the foot soldiers out. And that's it. The whole map is covered in foot soldiers. Yikes. And that's the end of Raphael's go. And who's next? Shredder to the streets. Well, there's no one to deploy, so none of this. Now, I really hope this is Donatello. Nope, it's Shredder. Lame. Okay, Shredder's going to attack Raphael because he's right next to him. Raphael has got no defensive cards left. He's only got these. So this might be the end for Raphael. Yep, he's dead. Okay. Raphael has been hit for 4. He's dead. Raphael down to 0 health. Gone. Oh, that's a shame. That means I'll take his card out because there is no more initiative for Raphael. And that means it's all up to Donatello. So what can Donatello even do? Well, he's powered up with cards, so he should be able to do something useful. First of all, he needs to get close to Shredder. So he's going to have to maneuver. So maneuver, taking 2 of his final few cards. But I'm going to keep the only one I can actually play. So that's probably the wise choice. And manoeuvring. I need to manoeuvre next to Shredder. So I can't actually take any of these foot soldiers out. Never mind. I'll just go with 1, 2. And then I will try and hit him. And I'm going to play Turtle Power. And I'm going to boost this card as much as I can, which is not much. I guess I'll boost it by 2 with this Thinking Ahead card. So this is a 5. And we'll see what Shredder does about that. It is blades all over. Defense value of 2. And there's an after combat effect. So 5 minus 2 is 3. Shredder's only got 2 health left. So that is the end of Shredder. Good job, Donatello. I guess you're going to carry Raphael's bloodied corpse back to the sewers and celebrate with the other 2 who didn't bother turning up.